career best round. How'd you feel about today?
I felt great, yeah. I mean, it was certainly probably one of the best rounds I've ever played in my entire life golfing, and it got pretty hard on the back nine with some crosswinds, so yeah, I mean, feeling great about it, but still, I feel like I'm in a pretty focused place, so I'm not really trying to analyze it too much, just kind of stay there and hopefully keep it going tomorrow.
How do you keep that focus?
That's a good question. I mean, I think that I have a lot of clarity on, like, what I'm doing with my swing and also with my putting stroke, so that's, like, a huge part of it, is just knowing what to focus on. It's going to be hard. I'm sure they'll get, like, a lot of texts and, like, a lot of social media stuff tonight from a round like that, but yeah, honestly, I just feel like really, really clear and pretty good about what I'm doing with the golf, so hopefully I can keep that going tomorrow.
You have the Pepperdine ties, and I think you're close with Sahith. I just was wondering, how much have you talked to him about, maybe as a mentor, about, hey, listen, don't get down with the missed cuts or whatever, just keep pushing. Have those conversations this year?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, he's been just like a great friend for a while, kind of since we met, and he's helped me out a lot. Like, we stayed together at 3M, and we were talking like golf and like my struggles the whole time, and he's just always super supportive, and it's been really great to like see how much success he's had, and then to have him kind of tell me good things about what I'm doing I really appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, he's just the best, so it's definitely a good friendship to have, for sure.
He's coming off his best season ever, obviously played in the President's Cup. Is that motivating because you know that you probably did beat him multiple times, I would assume, in college?
I think so. I mean, I think pretty much anyone out here, if they're playing their best golf, is like as good as anybody else, but it's just kind of a matter of like, I mean, those guys do it very frequently versus, I mean, this is probably like the one tournament I feel like I've kind of played to that level so far this year. But, yeah, it's encouraging. I mean, he's certainly miles better than I am, but, like, if I'm playing really well, I can certainly hang with him. So it's been cool to see that he's actually doing it and top 10 in the world or whatever he is and making cup teams and stuff. So that's kind of encouraging, and I know that I can compete with him, but doing it's obviously another thing. But, yeah.
And you mentioned your struggles that you guys have talked about. Like, what has he told you about, like, listen, don't get your head down, or like, what has he told you to kind of lift up your spirits?
I'd have a tough time maybe remembering exactly what he said. I remember talking with him and his caddy Carl. Like, we're pretty close just from the Pepperdine connection, and I mean, both of them were just like generally pretty supportive and telling me like, you're not playing as bad as you think you are, and I've just kind of been in a little bit of a funk this year, and so, of course, those guys are going to be pretty supportive and kind of tell me that that it's not as bad as it feels for me. But just as a like player, like everyone's pretty hard on themselves, and I mean, it's just hard to not be. But yeah, I don't know exactly like anything specifically that those guys have said that's really helped, but just the support has been there, which is nice.
What's your record when it's 1,000 degrees outside?
What's my record?
Yeah, how have you played historically when it's super duper hot?
Oh, not great. I mean, I got like a brutal headache the first day from I think like either dehydration or just some altitude sickness, and I've been drinking like a ton of water and like all these hydration packs to stay like level-headed. I started to get a little lightheaded out there, but yeah, I mean, the altitude plus the heat, I mean, we're certainly used to the heat, like with our schedule this year and then like Corn Ferry's schedule. It's like you're literally in the hottest places the entire year, but yeah, so this week honestly doesn't feel too bad. At least it's dry, but still very hot.
Just you and your caddy this week, or got any friends and family out?
My parents are here, and then a couple buddies from my home club are actually in town. I think they had like a member guest in the area or something, so fun to see them. But yeah, just me and my parents.
What are their names?
Chris and Ann.
What's your home club?
Tacoma Country Club. Yeah, so all these guys I think they're all from Tacoma. And yeah, and then RJ Mankey is from there as well, and he was actually he played in the Monday, and then he was caddying for John Sand, who's like a longtime friend from Washington Junior Golf, which is kind of funny to have that connection. But yeah, so we all play up there. But
Chris with CH and Ann, ANNE?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And do you know the Putnam brothers and Joel Damon and people like that from Washington?
Yeah, of course. I played as Joel a few weeks ago. I don't know him quite as well as the Putnams. I've known them for a while, just with...
Yeah.
I kind of grew up with those guys playing. We played at the same course in Washington, so...
Okay.
And they were kind of a big part of me going to Pepperdine as well and stuff, so known them for a while, and then just gotten to know Joel a little bit this year, and obviously have the Washington connection, but... Yeah, and then Cam Davis lives up there as well, so we've played a little bit of golf, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not a lot from up there.
Yeah, right.
Couples, I guess, but that was
For
a good
sure.
era.
Yeah, exactly.
You ever get recognized as a golfer? Like when you're in an elevator somewhere?
No, I'm not on that level yet.
Yeah.
I got to earn my stripes first, probably before that starts happening.
Not even once? It has to happen somewhere.
No, I mean, maybe after the tournament at like a dinner at the course or like Torrey Pines, something like that kind of setting, but never randomly, that's for sure.
Good.
I'll let you go.
Okay, thank you guys.
I have